the time has come, finally, to start making my Christmas dress. We've got 4 days to go. Wait, what are we on? Today's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 3 days to go. I'm just about to get started. For anyone who can't remember what the fabric looks like, oh, it still looks so see-through. I swear, on the camera, it looks really see-through, but here, it's not too bad. But then I suppose it's not going to make much difference, is it? Anyway, fabric. It is a bottle green velour, and it's got like a bit of a two-way stretch. No, four-way, bit of a four-way stretch. Very stretchy that way. Not so stretchy that way, but nevertheless, still good. Ugh, I got 4 meters for £16 from Textile 9, and postage was another £4. Oh wait, that's not true. It was £14, and then the postage was another £4. And I'm looking forward to getting on with it. If you haven't already seen my test run, I'll pop a card up there, and then you can go back and have a look and see what size I went for. Okay, so I've got the darts placed in the front bodice, and I'm going to pop it through the machine. Annoyingly, I've only got one really long pink zip or one short black zip, but I'm hopeful that because the fabric is stretchy, I'll be okay with a short zip, and that'll just be shutting the bodice as opposed to the skirt as well. Oh well, we'll find out in a minute, won't we? I could of course wait to go and get another zip, but I don't have time. So forward planning, people, forward planning. Okay, the darts are in. I'm going to attach the back pieces, well, on the right side, at the shoulders. I'm going to sew them up on that side as well. So you have an alarm going off. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the facings as well.
Oh, hello.
Say hi.
Oh, hey.
Are you going to go to town and get me a zip?
Depends. How crucial is it?
Well, I mean,
funny zip, joking, cunning. Can't think of anything. don't
love how he snuck out a shot already.
don't tie me down to getting you a zip.
No, keep trying. I'll come back. Okay, so I have done backs and backs, fronts and fronts, and now I'm putting the facing on around. I'm going to, once I've given it a whoosh round, I'm going to notch it and then fold it in, press it, and then front stitch it as well. Gratuitous toilet shot. Could be cleaning the mirror actually, couldn't I? So yeah, I think it looks okay. I've just got one of the kids to tie me in briefly at the back, but yeah, I think I'm happy with it. So I think the darts are a bit on the wonk. One hits there, one hits over there, but oh no, maybe not. I don't know, what do you think? But overall, neckline looks good. Sides aren't too bad. Gonna put the zip in the back, put the sleeves on, then try again. I just thought I'd show you quickly that I have gathered the sleeve this time round, as opposed to putting a big pleat in the top of the sleeve, which is what I did for the last one. So the last one, the fabric was a lot stiffer. So this time round I've gone for gathering in the hope that that would work better with this fabric. Right, 2 minor issues, but we have a dress, so we're doing well. Issue number 1, put the skirt on upside down. So the weft is the weave and the weave is the weft. So I'm going to need to take that off and turn it back up. And I think I need to take these darts in a bit more to make it a bit more fitted. It's very straight up and down. But good news, I didn't have to put a zip in the back because actually it's made of stretch fabric, isn't it? So I can just yeet it on over the top of my head instead. Brilliant! So yes, I'm going to take the skirt off, re-thingy it. I might shorten it as well. It's down to, oh yeah, I will shorten it. Shorten the skirt, turn it the right way round, take these darts in a little bit more, and jobs are good. Oh, and check the back. I haven't checked the back yet. And then jobs are good. Okay, all done and dusted. I'm not, by the way, sponsored by Amazon. If Amazon would like to sponsor me, feel free. Comment in below. The pattern. So the pattern that I used was the Basque dress by Stitch Witch Patterns. It's an indie company from maybe Canada and maybe think America. No, when I went online, it had Canadian and I had to change it to pounds. So here is the link. They have, it's only about 5 or 6 different patterns that they have on, but actually, excuse me, but actually they're all really, really lovely and they look really nice. I was really excited by this one because I thought, like, with a linen or with something structured, the sleeveless one with a great big long skirt would look really like prairie style cottagecore. So I really liked the idea of that. And then I saw someone hack it to have this style dress with the green. I think that they didn't use a stretch, whereas I did. I'm really glad that I used a stretch, but they didn't use a stretch and it looked really, really nice and really structured. In terms of the pattern itself, I think it was lovely. I'm really pleased with it. Not entirely convinced by it. It's supposed to come down to a V at the front. I levelled that off, but mainly because that wasn't the look I was going for, and with the stretch fabric it would have looked a bit strange, whereas with a structured fabric or with something that was more boned, that would look really nice. Not that, there is a boning option in the pattern. You can make it as a dress or you can make it as a top, but some of the pattern pieces weren't labelled correctly. So you had, so the facings, for example, you had the dress facing and then you had the sleeveless dress facing. But they're both dresses. So you didn't have but that was only on the front ones. On the back facing, you had dress, back bodice facing and back bodice facing. So they didn't quite tally up. I mean, it wasn't rocket science to work out which ones it was, so that was absolutely fine. It was just one of those people whose first pattern it would be really confused by that. So I think that was one thing that I was like, not so sure. The skirt, there was no pieces for the skirt. There was just instructions on the different types of skirts that you could make. Absolutely fine with me because if it saves me paper, then that's great. I don't know if the pattern instructions said because I knew I was going to level it off and I knew that I was just going to put a gather skirt on the bottom, I didn't read the pattern instructions to add the skirt on. I don't know if the instructions might have had how to navigate the V at the front in terms of how to put the skirt on. I'm not entirely sure. I might try it with a non-stretch fabric and see how I go with that, because like I said, in a nice linen or something, or a really thick wool, that would be really nice, wouldn't it? With buttons down the back instead of a zip. Oh, which, speaking of, didn't have to send the son into town for a zip after all, and didn't have to use the shorter one because I realised that it was stretch fabric and that actually I could just yank it on and off. So that was an absolute godsend. That was brilliant. Overall, did it come out as I was expecting? Kind of yes, kind of no. I put the darts in again by another 1/2 inch either side, just to make it a bit tighter, and that definitely did make it look nicer. That was when I put the skirt on the right way round. I mean, honestly, what a donut. And that really is all I have to say about the pattern. Overall, 7 out of 10. 7? Would I even give it a 7? 7 out of 10 for the stretch fabric. If I make it in a more structured one, I will maybe go for an 8 out of 10, depending on how it looks. Yeah, I think, she said. What I am really pleased about is the fact that I've got my Sojo back. I'm so relieved. I've got a dressing gown in the cupboard that I really could do with being finished. It's a big long one with a circle bottom skirt, and it's got piping round here. It's like in a Duchess satin. I would really like to get that finished. Will I do it before Christmas? Questionable. I've got to finish off the gnomes, which I keep saying I'm going to do, and I have to get them done. That's a tomorrow job. I've got, what else have I got to do before Christmas? We're doing a nativity up at the pub. Firstly, I'm surprised I haven't been banned for the fact that I absolutely mullered Mariah Carey on the other night on karaoke. Why they'd want me back, I do not know. Secondly, nativity at the pub. I mean, the two places are just very different in dynamic, aren't they? So, whatever. Oh look, I've got my script here. Hang on. I'll read you a bit. I'm the star. Of course I'm the star. What do I have to say? What's the favourite? Welcome to the world's greatest story ever told. And I have to say, is it Stardust? Star Trek. Is it Star Trek 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, maybe 5? Which one is it? Which one? It's going to be a bit more slapstick than your run-of-the-mill kids' nativity, which probably will actually work very well in a pub, won't it? So let's hope that'll be really, really good. What else have I got? Tomorrow we're going over to a friend's house in the afternoon to do some baking. In the morning there's a craft morning down at the community hub. Might take the kids, I might not. It depends what sort of mood they're in. And it starts at 10 o'clock. We don't do well at starting early in half term, so I'll have to see. But I've got those to do, and I've got work as well, which I've got to try and squeeze in. I've got about 7,000 words to write between now and New Year, so I've got all of that to fit in the hope that, what's this guy doing? In the hope that, oh, and obviously get ready. So I've got to prep some food. I've got to make a trifle, because I always make a trifle every year. That's going to take, that'll be a before Christmas Eve thing, or like lead up to Christmas Eve thing, because I normally end up tucking into it a little bit by Christmas Eve. But all of those things, and to get my names done as well. But my names are going to have to be the top priority, so I've either got to do them tonight, or I will have to do them tomorrow morning before 10 o'clock, in the hope that we can get out of the door. So that is what's coming up over the next couple of days. I don't know how often I'm going to be uploading, or if I'm just going to upload one big massive one on Christmas Eve. I don't know. What have we got now? Today's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 3 days. I'll probably bring another one out before Christmas Eve, and then there'll be like a little roundup on Christmas Eve as well of all the things that I've been up to. and just looking over and seeing how much I enjoyed Vlogmas, which so far, absolutely loving it. If you're not loving me chatting away, it's completely understandable. I understand. With that, I'm going to go. Have a great evening. Bye, guys.